We're live. Hello. Hello. Welcome to Queer-entine Part 2. Today I'm with my good friend Joel, and we are discussing a topic that I will probably bring into the conversation. How are you today, Joel?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for your input, Joel. So...
Ask me questions.
Okay, Okay. So, about this quarantine, how are you really feeling about it? I mean, do you think that if maybe the president ensued the nobody visiting the law a bit earlier, we would be much more safer? These are really good chips.
Being trapped in my house all day is boring as hell, in my opinion. But hey, whatever keeps you safe.
Yeah, but do you think if maybe the law was ensued a bit earlier, once this corona thing really started going down, would we be much more safer, or do you think we would still be in the same situation?
Well, from what I've heard, the virus hasn't hit its peak yet.
Yeah.
So if we were housed sooner, we would indeed most likely be safer.
Yeah, for sure. Now, what is your opinion about the schools? Some schools are still open during this epidemic. Excuse me.
I feel like that's a huge yikes, even though it could be said that children have a stronger immune system.
For sure. I mean, but there are children with not such a strong immune system, aka me. I have a very bad immune system because I have an allergen that makes my immune system slowly crumble. So...
Yeah, especially since most preteens or children don't really take the precautionary steps for the virus, they are endangering both the staff and themselves.
For sure. So, what are your real opinions about the virus? Do you think this will ever end, or do you think that this quarantine thing could really be, long term?
It's definitely gonna be longer than expected, which is annoying since from what I've heard, some countries are planning to reduce school years.
Yeah, like, so I was looking at the news recently, and I don't think it was local news. I think it was maybe national. And there was a church that was still open during the epidemic. What is your opinion on that? Do you think that religion is more important than staying safe, or do you think that staying safe is way more important than religion? I'm clipping the heck out of my mic with these chips. They're really good though. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Religion can be practiced at home, and it is extremely irresponsible to keep a church open, especially since churches are usually directed towards an older audience.
Yeah, for sure. I really thought it was odd because, I'm a very strong atheist, so I don't really go to church that much. I don't really, participate in anything with religion, but I totally get that if you want to believe in something, you can. But keeping a church open, especially with an older audience, because I remember going to church with my grandma, and there were just mostly people who were a bit older, of elder age, and they were all just sitting around and singing, and I think it was, to still keep a church open is extremely irresponsible, and it was, really dumb. But do you think that they should close the church down, or do you think that they should just, do you feel like they should keep it open?
No matter the feelings, it is all up to the church owners themselves. If they choose to keep the church open, they're fully acknowledging the risks, as well as the people who visit.
For sure. I'm about to get into something very personal for you. I know that you are mute, correct? You don't speak. Is that right?
Correct.
So, what is it like being mute, and, basically, how is it any harder? Is it more difficult, or do you, or is it, much more easier?
Communication-wise, extremely difficult. Not only because of my inability to speak, but my weakened system because of my recent surgery makes it a lot harder to really tell people how susceptible I am to the virus and how important it is to try and take the correct measures.
You know, Joel, I really see you as this kind of fun and silly person, but looking into this and hearing what you have to say, it actually piques my interest. Like, I never see you really talk about yourself, so I just kind of, like, want to get in touch with you on that. Like, as somebody who also has a weakened immune system, like, my doctor looked at me one day and said, if you get the flu and don't take the right measures, you will die. And, you know, it was really scary. So in this time of the virus, is it much more, like, scarier to you? Is it, like, do you have to be, like, much more careful? Because, like, now that I see that you also have a weakened immune system, I just kind of, like, want to talk about that. Oh. Okay.
It is extremely frightening waking up every day knowing that contracting said virus could damage me pretty bad, though I live in a house where the measures are taken that I am as healthy as I can be.
Yeah, for sure. I get where you are on that, because I'm going to be honest, completely honest, even with a bad immune system, I do not take the correct measures I should. I'm a very big extroverted person. I always want to talk to people. I always want to be out there. I want to, like, hang out with my friends and stuff. So, like, this virus, it's preventing me from doing that, but I still, like, find ways and stuff. I still go outside, and I hate, like, having to go in and literally take off all my clothes and run into the shower, but the measures are taken, and it is extremely frightening, and, you know, waking up every day and knowing that I could contract this virus, I could get really sick, and I could die, I could get really damaged, I could, like, never be the same person I was. It really is kind of scary. Scary. So I heard you were talking about a surgery. Was that the surgery you got on your intestine, or was it a different one? Just gonna pop in and let you know that we have about a minute left.
Yep, intestines.
So that affected your immune system?
Pretty much. I had never been through such an intense surgery prior, so my body didn't really know how to handle it.
Wow, really? That is... I, want to give my condolences to you. I also want to say thank you so much for being a guest on my show. We have 3 seconds left, and just thank you.